Welcome back. Well, as the COVID crisis deepens in the UK, Prime Minister Boris Johnson's political troubles are also deepening. A Liberal Democrat has just won a seat in Parliament that the Johnson Conservative Party has held for almost 200 years. Helen Morgan will now represent a district near the Wales border, and she has a direct message for the Prime Minister.
Tonight, the people of North Shropshire have spoken on behalf of the British people. They've said loudly and clearly, Boris Johnson, the party is over. Your government, run on lies and bluster, will be held accountable. It will be scrutinised, it will be challenged, and it can and will be defeated.
Well, Morgan's victory comes as Mr Johnson's party has made in scandal over holiday parties last year, and 5 polls taken before the election show the Conservatives now trail the opposition Labour Party. Mr Johnson says he accepts responsibility for the defeat. Well, John RENTOUL's the chief political commentator for The Independent and joins us now from London. Good to have you with us.
Hello there.
So we saw the Prime Minister today forced to apologise over losing a seat in a by-election that his Conservative Party have held for nearly 200 years. You write that this means the party's over for the Prime Minister. Explain what you mean and how much is he to blame for this outcome?
Well, that was a very clever line by the new Liberal Democrat MP for North Shropshire, saying the party's over, Boris Johnson, because one of the issues that has really dominated this by-election campaign has been the public outrage over the fact that some of Boris Johnson's staff in Downing Street were holding Christmas parties, not this year, but last year, when they were supposed to be in lockdown. They were holding Christmas parties and generally making light of the rules that were in place at the time. Now that really goes down extremely badly with the British public because they feel that there's one rule for them and a different rule for the rulers. And that theme has really dogged the Prime Minister, and it really came to hit him in the face on Thursday.
And certainly everyone's feeling it right now as they're being told to again stay home. I have to ask you about how much credibility Boris Johnson lost over the revelations that his staff members, that he had to apologise for his staff members allegedly having this party. And is he now an asset or a liability for the party?
Well, that is the question that many Conservative MPs are now asking themselves. It's a surprising question to be asking so soon after the last general election. It was only 2 years ago that Boris Johnson delivered an 80-seat majority for the Conservative Party against all the odds. I mean, it looked as if the Conservative Party was in an impossible position, and yet he managed to turn it around, win that election and deliver Brexit. He got us out of the European Union. And 2 years later, his party is already asking the question, is this guy an asset or a liability? And that just tells you how bad things have been recently.
And we certainly saw that play out in the recent vote, right? The government ultimately pushed through a series of new coronavirus measures, but it did so relying on opposition votes. We saw 99 members of his own party vote against him, vote against his plan. What does that tell you about his future?
Well, it tells you that he's currently doing a rather tricky balancing act between the libertarians in his party, the 100 Conservative MPs who really don't like what they call vaccine passports, although the government refuses to use that term. But I mean, this is about showing proof that you've had the vaccine or a negative test before you get into a concert or a big event. They all voted against it, and the Prime Minister insisted that he had to get on with it. He recognises that public opinion supports him, but his party doesn't, and that's a really awkward position for a Prime Minister to be in.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I mean, as we've been discussing, we are seeing a record number of COVID cases in the UK right now, people being told to stay home, the hospitality industry reeling. Certainly, it's looking very much like last Christmas, even though the government is saying it's not cancelled, Christmas is not cancelled. How can they have it both ways, telling people to stay home but saying Christmas is still on?
Well, I mean, the big difference this time, of course, is the fact that we do have the vaccines. So with any luck, most people in this country will will have some degree of protection against serious illness and death, which is not a situation that we were in this time last year. I mean, then we were waiting for the vaccines. The vaccine program had just started then. But the problem then was that if you were elderly or overweight and you caught coronavirus, it was a serious risk to your health. Whereas with a bit of luck, that is not the case now, although the numbers could get very scary.
Yeah, that's what we are watching closely, that surge. All right, John RENTOUL, good to have you on the program. Thanks so much.
My pleasure.